The Beastie Boys, one of the most definitive influences of style and sound in skate, snow, and surf. They've single-handedly created more inspiration for people's personal shred soundtracks over the years than practically any other band. And today, the iconic Mike D transcends expectations as he and a host of others assault all 5 of our senses. It all starts right now. You're inside Alli Sports.
I'm a fan of the art, but not the experience. So my hope here was to create an experience. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot going on here.
How did the whole surfing thing come about?
I think here in Los Angeles, you can drive 35 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, and go surf and really clear your head. For me, it was an amazing thing to have.
Welcome everyone to Inside Alli Sports. I'm Pat Parnell. On today's show, we finally break out of the white room that is our studio and into this collab paradise, where Mike Diamond, better known as Mike D, one of the founding members of the Beastie Boys, proves he's a creative manimal, helping create the art project Audio-Visual Club at the Geffen Contemporary here at MOCA. All right, Mike, welcome to the show.
All right, thank you.
Let's get right into it. An adult amusement park. Break it down for the good people. What is it all about?
Well, I'm an adult, and I like amusement.
All right.
Well, I don't act like an adult, so I guess I'm more on the side of amusement.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, there's just a lot going on here, and I guess, you know, when I got approached by Jeffrey Deitch, who's the director of all things MOCA here, and then also Avant-Garde Diaries, which is the Mercedes-Benz art initiative. I guess like my fear, what I didn't want to do is I love seeing art in museums, but I don't like the whole like be really quiet and walk through like this and
right.
like not touching anything like
Baroque,
yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the experience. I'm a fan of the art, but not the experience.
Right.
So my hope here was to create an experience that was kind of like a combination of like museum, but also either amusement park or going to a party or like doing something that you're really having fun with each other doing.
Obviously, music has always been a huge part of your inspiration. What other art mediums inspired the whole curating process and the selection process for you?
Well, I mean, I think part of like how this show came together is I'm like being a musician. I'm always, when I meet other creative people, and it can be whether they're visual artists, whether they're writers, like I'm always interested in the creative process, what inspires you to conceive of something,
right.
And then kind of like the work that then ensues in terms of actually implementing that and making that happen.
I should point out, before we started the interview, we were talking about Danny Way. Is there a connection there in terms of like the way he perceives his inspiration with skating?
Yeah, no, because that's what Danny and I were talking about, like, okay, whether it's you're coming up with this song, or he was saying like for him, if you know he's thinking of like a trick or something, it's kind of the same. It's the same part of your brain.
Beastie Boys music was used in so many things, surf, snow, and skate, and so you can't deny the influence of Beastie Boys and your music on their kind of creative form, but any of what they did, has it inspired you in how you approach things?
Well, it's funny because the Plan B connection, because in the early Plan B days it was, and I was talking with Danny about it, it was Danny, Jason Lee, Mark Gonzalez, right? And then Spike Jones, who did a lot of our videos with us and has been like a partner of ours for like many years. He was the team manager.
Right. It's shocking to think, but it's true.
He was probably all of like 19 years old, right?
Right.
And he was the team manager for Blind for those 3 guys. Like that was his job, to keep them in line.
Yeah. How did the whole surfing thing come about? Like I think people want to know, how did Mike D even like get into surfing?
You know, I don't really know, because I'm from New York City, right? So it's not exactly surf mecca, but I think from spending time here and then going back to New York here, I realized like in New York, okay, it's great. We have this whole series of breaks in New York, and then here in Los Angeles, one of the amazing things is that even though this is a city of, 20 million people, you know, you can drive 35 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, and go surf and really clear your head. And so for me, it was an amazing thing to have. And then I think the other thing that really fueled my passion for surf or whatever, honestly, is that I have 2 sons and they're super stoked on it. They're really, especially my older one's really into it. So it's such an amazing thing to do, either with a friend, but then to do it with your own family is kind of like this, it's, you know, an incredible kind of, I just think it's a great opportunity, a great luxury that we get to share that. You
Right.
know, I have a lot of gratitude.
Completely concur. So the show's been open since the 20th. What's been some of the response? Any of it surprised you?
You know, most nights we've been open, I've been here, and people are using every different element, whether they're lining up for food out at the hoagie truck and eating it in our restaurant, they're lining up and enjoying the coffee at the coffee bar. The bookstore is always crowded. There's all these other events, like the shows we've been doing are really, really awesome.
Is this something that you want to do again? Because it's art on a grand scale. I mean, it's in like the Calder Christo sense. Is this an undertaking you'd approach with a smile on your face again?
Yeah, I would do it again as long as I could sleep for a couple of months, and then I could hit it again.
All right, well, congratulations, great show. All right, Mike D, everybody. Thanks again for checking us out at Inside Alli Sports. To keep up with the latest news and events, you can follow us on Twitter at AlliSports, or more importantly, give us your take by tweeting hashtag Inside Alli Sports. And don't forget, subscribe to the Alli Sports Network and check out all the great shows on the Alli Sports channel here on YouTube. For Inside Alli Sports, I'm Pat Parnell. We'll see you next time.